Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Rajagoga Sikoder 1719. Here we bring you amazing, unknown, and shocking information from around the world, knowing which you will definitely say, wow, could this be possible? So stay tuned until the end of the video, because today you are going to hear something you may have never heard before. What if I told you there's a place on Earth so deep that sunlight never reaches it? Pressure could crush a submarine, and we know more about the surface of Mars than this mysterious world. Today we dive into the Mariana Trench, the deepest known point in our oceans, and one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Animation of Earth's oceans, depth comparison with Mount Everest. Stretching over 1,550 miles long and reaching depths of nearly 36,000 feet, the Mariana Trench is a world apart from our everyday life. Hidden beneath the western Pacific Ocean lies a place so deep that sunlight never reaches its bottom. This is the Mariana Trench, the deepest known part of the world's oceans. Stretching over 1,550 miles long, it forms a narrow, crescent-shaped scar in the ocean floor, deeper than any other place on Earth. At its deepest point, known as Challenger Deep, the trench plunges to approximately 10,984 meters, or 36,037 feet below sea level. To put that into perspective, if we placed Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth, inside the trench, its peak would still be over a mile underwater. That's how extreme this environment really is. This enormous depth creates a world completely isolated from sunlight. No waves, no storms, just total darkness and crushing pressure. Life here exists in a state completely alien to us, in temperatures barely above freezing, under pressure that would crush most submarines instantly. The trench itself is not a wide abyss. Instead, it's a steep, narrow canyon formed over millions of years by tectonic forces. The walls descend sharply, creating a unique underwater landscape that is both beautiful and terrifying. The trench is located east of the Mariana Islands, in a region of the Pacific Ocean known for intense geological activity. Here, the Pacific Plate slowly slides beneath the Mariana Plate, a process that not only creates the trench, but continues to make it deeper over time. Scientists believe the trench is still growing, inch by inch, every year. To truly understand its scale, consider this. The Empire State Building, standing tall at 1,454 feet, could be stacked over 24 times and still not reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Or imagine Mount Everest sinking into the trench. Its peak would still be submerged by more than a mile of water. The Mariana Trench is not just a measurement of depth. It represents one of the most mysterious and unexplored places on Earth, a hidden world where life has adapted to conditions we can barely imagine. It's a place that challenges our understanding of biology, geology, and the very limits of survival. We will explore how this incredible trench was formed and the forces that continue to shape its mysterious depths. To understand the Mariana Trench, we must journey far below the ocean surface and explore the powerful forces shaping our planet. This trench is not a natural depression like a valley or canyon. It is a subduction zone, a place where tectonic plates collide and one slides beneath the other. The Mariana Trench was formed where the Pacific Plate, one of Earth's largest tectonic plates, is slowly sliding underneath the smaller Mariana Plate. This process, known as subduction, forces the ocean floor downward, creating the deepest part of the world's oceans. Subduction is a slow but unstoppable force. The Pacific Plate moves at a rate of about 3-4 inches per year, roughly the speed your fingernails grow. Over millions of years, this gradual movement has carved a deep, narrow trench, shaping the V-shaped canyon we know today. Unlike mountains that grow upward, The Mariana Trench is formed by the Earth's crust being pulled downwards. As the Pacific Plate dives beneath the Mariana Plate, it melts into the mantle, generating intense geological activity, including earthquakes and undersea volcanic eruptions. This subduction zone is extremely dynamic. It creates underwater earthquakes, which sometimes trigger tsunamis, and forms hydrothermal vents along the trench's walls. These vents release minerals and heat, supporting unique ecosystems that survive without sunlight. The Mariana Trench is not alone. The world has many subduction trenches, such as the Tonga Trench or the Puerto Rico Trench. But what makes Mariana Trench unique is its unmatched depth, reaching nearly 11 kilometers, making it the deepest natural feature on Earth. Interestingly, the trench is still deepening. Every year, tectonic movements push the Pacific Plate further down, gradually increasing the trench's depth. Earth itself is alive, constantly reshaping even the deepest parts of the ocean. Scientists study the trench's formation not just to understand the ocean floor, but also to predict earthquakes and understand Earth's geological history. By observing this extreme environment, we gain insight into the forces that continue to shape our planet today. Next, we will dive even deeper, beyond sunlight, beyond waves, into the extreme conditions of the Mariana Trench, where life survives against unimaginable odds. The Mariana Trench is not just the deepest place on Earth. It is one of the most extreme environments imaginable. Descending into its depths, you enter a world that is completely alien to human experience. Here, sunlight never penetrates. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and pressure reaches levels that would crush almost anything from the surface in an instant. At the bottom of the trench, the pressure is about 1,000 times greater than at sea level. To put that in perspective, imagine trying to support the weight of 50 jumbo jets pressing down on your body. This is the kind of force that deep-sea creatures endure every moment of their lives, adapting in ways that seem almost impossible. Temperature in the trench is another challenge. Despite the immense pressure, the water is just above freezing, ranging from 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. Such cold slows down metabolic processes and limits the types of organisms that can survive. Life here has had to evolve to endure conditions that would be lethal for most species closer to the surface. Darkness dominates every corner of the trench. Sunlight cannot reach these depths, creating a pitch-black environment. Without light, photosynthesis is impossible, meaning plants cannot survive. Instead, the creatures that live here rely on alternative sources of energy, such as chemosynthesis, which extracts energy from chemicals released by the Earth itself. Despite these harsh conditions, life persists. The trench is home to unique creatures adapted to extreme pressure, cold, and darkness. Every inch of this environment challenges what we know about biology and survival. Studying it not only reveals the resilience of life, but also provides clues about the possibilities for life in extreme environments elsewhere in the universe. The extreme conditions of the Mariana Trench are a stark reminder that Earth's most remote places are not uninhabited wastelands. Instead, they are thriving worlds of adaptation and survival, operating on a scale that humans are only beginning to understand. As we continue to explore, we uncover more about how life can endure against the most formidable odds imaginable. The Mariana Trench is not only a world of extreme conditions, it is also home to some of the strangest and most mysterious creatures on Earth. Life here has evolved in ways that seem almost alien, adapting to crushing pressures, freezing temperatures, and total darkness. One of the most remarkable residents is the giant amphipod, a shrimp-like creature that can grow much larger than its shallow water relatives. Unlike most shrimp, these amphipods have soft, flexible bodies that allow them to withstand extreme pressure. They move slowly, conserving energy in an environment where food is scarce. Then there are the snailfish, a group of translucent, fragile-looking fish that live at depths beyond 8,000 meters. Their bodies lack scales and have a gelatinous structure, which prevents them from being crushed. Despite their delicate appearance, they are perfectly adapted to survive in the harshest underwater conditions known. The trench is also home to countless microorganisms and single-celled life forms, some of which are so unusual that scientists have never seen anything like them before. These tiny organisms often rely on chemicals from hydrothermal vents or decomposing organic matter, creating a unique ecosystem entirely independent of sunlight. Another fascinating feature of Mariana Trench life is bioluminescence. Many creatures produce their own light, using it to attract prey or communicate in the endless darkness. This glowing effect creates an eerie, otherworldly atmosphere in a place where sunlight never reaches. What makes the Mariana Trench truly extraordinary is that a significant portion of its life remains unknown. Each expedition uncovers species that have never been documented, showing that even on our own planet, there are frontiers still waiting to be explored. The trench is a living laboratory, revealing the resilience of life in its most extreme form, and hinting at the incredible diversity that can exist far beyond the world we see every day. The Mariana Trench is a world that few humans have ever seen. Its extreme depth and crushing pressure make exploration incredibly challenging, requiring specially designed submersibles and technology that can withstand conditions that would destroy ordinary vessels. The first humans to reach the bottom of the trench were Jacques Piccard, a Swiss oceanographer, and Don Walsh, a United States Navy lieutenant, in 1960. They descended nearly 36,000 feet in the bathyscaphe Trieste, a specially designed submarine. The journey took several hours, and when they finally reached the bottom, they found a barren landscape, unlike anything on the surface, with only a few small, unknown creatures crawling across the ocean floor. It would take more than 50 years before another human returned to the trench. In 2012, filmmaker and explorer James Cameron completed a historic solo dive in the Deep-Sea Challenger. His mission was not only to reach the bottom, but also to document the trench in high definition, capturing images of the seafloor and its mysterious life forms. Cameron's expedition provided scientists with invaluable data and inspired a new generation of deep-sea exploration. Today, human exploration of the Mariana Trench continues mostly through remote-operated vehicles, ROVs, and autonomous submarines. These unmanned machines can reach the trench's extreme depths without risk to human life. They collect samples, record video, and even conduct experiments on the unique organisms that inhabit this dark world. Despite all these technological advancements, only a handful of people have ever set foot, or rather, descended into the trench. It remains one of the least explored regions on Earth. Every expedition uncovers new surprises, proving that even on our own planet, there are places as mysterious and uncharted as the surface of distant planets. The human exploration of the Mariana Trench is a testament to curiosity and courage. It reminds us that no matter how far we travel in space, there are still incredible mysteries waiting in the depths of our own oceans. The Mariana Trench is more than a remote abyss. It is a treasure trove of scientific discoveries that have expanded our understanding of life, geology, and the Earth itself. Despite its extreme conditions, this trench is home to unique ecosystems and geological features that continue to astonish researchers. One of the most remarkable discoveries is the diversity of life in complete darkness. Scientists have found species that thrive without sunlight, relying on chemosynthesis instead of photosynthesis. Microbes extract energy from chemicals released by the Earth's crust, supporting food chains that include shrimp-like amphipods, snailfish, and other unusual creatures. Many of these organisms are entirely new to science, demonstrating that life can adapt to conditions once thought uninhabitable. The trench has also provided critical insights into geological processes. Sediments collected from the trench floor reveal the history of Earth's tectonic activity, including evidence of ancient earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and even climate patterns over millions of years. By studying these sediments, scientists can better understand how the Earth's crust moves and how natural disasters originate in subduction zones. Another fascinating discovery involves hydrothermal vents. These vents release heat and minerals into the deep ocean, creating habitats for organisms that exist nowhere else on the planet. Some of these species rely entirely on vent chemicals for survival, forming unique ecosystems that challenge our traditional understanding of how life functions. In recent years, researchers have also detected microplastics and other pollutants in the trench, revealing that even the most remote environments are not untouched by human activity. These findings highlight the global impact of pollution and the need to protect fragile ecosystems. The Mariana Trench is not just a laboratory for biology and geology, it also provides clues about extraterrestrial life. By studying organisms that survive extreme pressure, cold, and darkness, scientists can better imagine how life might exist on other planets or moons with harsh conditions. Every expedition to the trench uncovers new mysteries. Each discovery reminds us that despite centuries of exploration, our planet still holds secrets that are both awe-inspiring and humbling. The Mariana Trench is a living testament to the resilience of life and the endless curiosity of human science. While the Mariana Trench may seem like a remote and untouched corner of the world, it is not immune to the effects of human activity. In recent years, scientists have discovered that even the deepest parts of the ocean are being impacted by pollution, climate change, and other environmental threats. One of the most alarming findings is the presence of microplastics. Tiny plastic particles, often invisible to the naked eye, have been found in the sediments and water at the bottom of the trench. These particles come from everyday human activities and eventually make their way through rivers and ocean currents to the most isolated depths. Even here, thousands of miles from major cities, human waste is accumulating, affecting fragile ecosystems. Pollution is not the only concern. Climate change is altering ocean temperatures and currents, which can have a ripple effect even in deep-sea environments. Changes in water chemistry, oxygen levels, and nutrient availability can disrupt the delicate balance that life in the trench depends on. Overfishing in the broader Pacific region also has indirect effects. Many deep-sea species rely on the movement of organic material from shallower waters, known as marine snow. When fish populations are depleted, this natural food cycle is disrupted, impacting species that inhabit the trench. These discoveries highlight a harsh truth. No place on Earth is truly untouched. The Mariana Trench, once thought to be a pristine wilderness, is showing signs of human impact, reminding us of the far-reaching consequences of our actions. Protecting the trench requires global awareness and action. Scientists advocate for stricter regulation of plastic pollution, responsible fishing practices, and continued research to monitor the health of these extreme ecosystems. By understanding the environmental challenges facing the trench, we not only preserve a unique part of our planet, but also gain insight into the resilience of life under extreme conditions. The Mariana Trench is a stark reminder that even in the most remote and mysterious places, our planet's health depends on the choices we make. The Mariana Trench is not just a place of darkness, cold, and crushing pressure. It is also a world where life has evolved in extraordinary ways to survive under conditions that would be fatal to most other organisms. The creatures of the trench displays some of the most remarkable adaptations on Earth. One key adaptation is pressure resistance. Deep sea organisms have soft, flexible bodies that can withstand thousands of pounds of pressure per square inch. Proteins and cell membranes in these creatures are specially structured to function without collapsing, allowing them to move, feed, and reproduce in an environment that would instantly crush surface-dwelling animals. Another adaptation is slow metabolism. Because food is scarce, many deep-sea species conserve energy by moving slowly and growing very slowly. Some amphipods and snailfish can survive for months on minimal nutrition, living at a pace perfectly suited to the harsh conditions of the trench. Bioluminescence is another remarkable feature. Many creatures produce their own light, using it to attract prey, communicate, or confuse predators. In the total darkness of the trench, this ability is essential for survival. The faint glow of these animals creates an otherworldly, alien-like environment far below the ocean's surface. Chemosynthesis is another critical adaptation. In the absence of sunlight, certain microorganisms extract energy from chemicals released by hydrothermal vents or decaying organic matter. These microbes form the foundation of the trench's food chain, supporting life from tiny shrimp-like creatures to larger predatory species. These extreme adaptations show that life is incredibly resilient. The Mariana Trench demonstrates that organisms can survive and even thrive in conditions that would seem impossible. Studying these adaptations not only teaches us about the limits of life on Earth, but also provides clues about how life might exist on other planets with harsh, extreme environments. In the Mariana Trench, every species is a testament to evolution's ingenuity, showing that life can find a way even in the most hostile corners of our planet. The Mariana Trench has captured the human imagination for decades, not just as a scientific marvel, but as a symbol of mystery and the unknown. Its extreme depth, darkness, and alien-like creatures have inspired stories, movies, and documentaries, becoming a part of popular culture. From films to novels, the trench is often depicted as a dangerous, uncharted world beneath the waves, home to enormous monsters or hidden civilizations. While these portrayals are imaginative, they reflect the deep human fascination with exploring the limits of the unknown. The trench represents the final frontier on Earth, a place as mysterious as the surface of distant planets. Documentaries and media coverage have brought attention to the trench's incredible depth and unique ecosystems. Expeditions like James Cameron's 2012 dive have shown the world the beauty and strangeness of this hidden realm, revealing translucent snailfish, bioluminescent shrimp, and vast sediment plains far beyond what anyone imagined. The trench is also a source of inspiration for scientific exploration. It demonstrates the importance of perseverance, innovation, and courage in pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Researchers continue to study its life forms, geological activity, and chemical processes, all of which have relevance not just to oceanography, but to biology, medicine, and even the search for life on other planets. Beyond science and entertainment, the Mariana Trench has become a symbol of mystery and awe. It reminds us that despite centuries of exploration, our planet still holds places untouched and unknown. The trench challenges us to keep exploring, to keep learning, and to appreciate the hidden wonders that exist in the most extreme environments on Earth. In understanding the Mariana Trench, we gain more than knowledge about the ocean. We gain a sense of perspective, recognizing the vastness of our planet and the resilience of life in the most extraordinary conditions imaginable. The Mariana Trench remains one of the least explored places on Earth, but the future of its exploration is full of exciting possibilities. Advances in technology are allowing scientists to study the trench more safely and in greater detail than ever before. Unmanned submersibles, autonomous robots, and remote-operated vehicles are now capable of diving to the trench's extreme depths. These machines can withstand crushing pressures, capture high-definition images, and collect samples from the ocean floor, providing insights without putting human life at risk. Artificial intelligence is also playing a growing role in deep-sea exploration. AI-powered systems can analyze data in real time, identify unknown species, and even predict areas where new discoveries are likely. This combination of robotics and AI is revolutionizing our understanding of the trench, making each expedition more efficient and revealing. Future exploration may uncover new species, previously unknown geological formations, and chemical compounds with potential applications in medicine, industry, and environmental science. The trench could also offer clues about life in extreme environments elsewhere in the universe, helping us imagine the possibilities for life on other planets and moons. Despite these advances, much of the Mariana Trench remains a mystery. Each dive reminds us how little we truly know about the deep oceans. The trench is a frontier that continues to challenge scientists, explorers, and our imagination, proving that even in the 21st century, there are places on Earth as unexplored as the stars above. The Mariana Trench stands as a symbol of curiosity, resilience, and discovery. As we push further into its depths, we not only learn about the ocean, but also about the incredible adaptability of life and the endless potential of human exploration. The final frontier is not just in space. It exists deep beneath the waves, waiting to reveal its secrets to those who dare to dive into the unknown. So friends, this was today's amazing information. Hope you liked this video and learned something new. If you found the video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you again in the next video with another new and surprising thing. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned to learn. Jai Goga Sikater Mam.